Um, One of the most important things you want to start out with when it comes to salvaging components is the connectors, because without connections, it doesn't matter what components you have. So, I used these paper clips, which are insulated, and then you can strip them with these tools, with pliers, different types of pliers, the sharp one, or even your nail clippers, and which is in here somewhere. You know what nail clippers look like. And I also bought these, the connector, the alligator clips, which are very smooth, the smooth ones at the end. Not the ones that you can get at locally, but you might have to special order these. See, it's very flat, so it can hold on to the resistor, which I call the slower, more accurate. Resistor is a bad name. To hold at the very end. And when you salvage components, it's a good idea to use the nail clipper, and then you don't want to pry it off with one of these, because it can strip off the wire, leave it right in there. Okay, so you have different types of resistors, and I've been playing around with slowers, and the one I had, it kept the current and the voltage wouldn't go through because it was such a high capacitance one. It took me a while. And I've been using different power supplies, variable power supply. You can vary it, switches, even the polarity. But you have different amperages and different voltages. And they're usually about 12 volts, the standard ones. You can get 24, but those resistors were not working. So one of the hardest things one of the challenging things I should say, is the slowers. Again, I'm going to call resistors slowers, because capacitors are easy to salvage. If you have these little tiny pins, you can replace the capacitors with these when you strip them off. And with leads, the reason you want to start with a lead, actually you can start with use the lead the most, but you want to play with this beginning components. This is a motor. You can get these anywhere. But the biggest, most special component you can get is the lead, because you can place lead. You can replace the lead with this, any output. And the most fascinating output we have is the motor. Cars, even angle grinding tools, spinning, like Wonderful Woman. I don't call it Wonder. Wonder's magic, which is evil against Christianity. So, and look at the way I use this power supply. The little tube, there's like two end, like holes. You usually put a thing in there. They come with, I put these in there. I put the paper clips, but you can also you'll have to special order these. That's a pin out there. These are the female or male. This is a male to male connector. It's called a jack. What is it called? These are called jack. Like with the car, jack. I forgot what the name is. Jacks. They're like jack something. You whatever it's called. But you can get them in male, female, male, male. The most you're going to be using is with the male. And these are bendable. The reason why I don't use the paper clips anymore that much is because it gets really unwieldy. So you want to start with a paper breadboard, and then you want to buy these, and then use your paper clips, and then you can use these pins, yeah. So, and then the paper clip, you can even shove the jack to connect this to the alligator clip. You can shove it right in the back there. Okay, or you can use, I have a big paper clip, alligator clip. You don't need a big one. You can use a smaller one too. Connect it and then clip it, the jack onto it. So there are many ways you can do it. You can use tin foil to connect things. You can even use those lead. You can do lead pencils as leads. They have slow-ins in them. Not really. I don't call them resistant slow-ins. So, anything can be conducted, even air, if you have enough voltage, enough current. Okay, but the point is, okay, so what I cut off. So you can even use leads, those carbon in the pencils, as connecting as leads because they have slowance in it. Everything has slowance, air, anything, even the voltage or current, you can conduct through it. So I was trying to light this lead up, and the lead you want to play with the slowers. Test out the slowers that you have. You can increase the voltage as you're seeing how much it cuts off. This one, the lead should turn on. Oh wait, I have to switch this one on. Okay, see, it's on. Now if I use a different resistor, right now I've got 2 resistors in series, one way, okay, and then it goes to the lead, and then out to the power supply. So imagine it's like a track, a circle. That's all a circle is, big circle, okay? So if you want a voltage divide, voltage is like the falling waterfall. You think of it like a hill. Current is like a watering, the water, you know, the going, the speed of it. So if you want to divide the voltage, divide the hill up, you put it on either side of the power supply leads. Here I have on one of the leads 2 resistors in series, 1, 2. If I put one of the resistors, one resistor here and then another resistor on the other side, so one resistor here, there's actually only, this is not grounded, this is to hold it. I stuck it in to hold one of the things in. Okay, if I put one slower here in series and then the other one on the other side, that would divide the voltage up. So right now it's using 3 volts. It would divide it 1.5, 1.5 by each. But what I'm doing is I'm not dividing the 3 volts. This is, right now it's using 3 volts at 800 milliamps. The other, you don't need that many volts anyway to light up a lead. The other power supply is 1.5 and it's at 300 milliamps. Just trying to reduce it. But anyway, okay. If I let me try to think. Okay, so it's right now it's got 2 of these resistor slowers. So it's slowing it down at 3 volts. Again, so 800 milliamps, 3 volts, 2 slowers on one side. Okay, 1, 2, and then the lead, and then going back to the power supply. So, and see how it lights up. Now, if I only used one of the slowers, that would be much brighter. And if I don't use any slowers, it would be even brighter. From my observance with the particular resistors, slowers I've got here, each one reduces by the brightness about half. Now I'm not going to disconnect it all because it took me quite a while to put all this together. But imagine that lead going as half as well. Now I've got 2 leads here, so it's about, well, imagine about third brightness. I have to measure 3 times brighter than what it is now. If I take only one slower, to be, you know, about 2. But you get the point. Okay. So what else do I want to tell you? You can use clips, these binders. You can even use solder lead. Solder doesn't work. But this is solderless. I wanted to do it in a way where it's use no solder. You can even use the potentiometer. This is from my R2 unit. I'm not just for Star Wars, not war, but this is, you knock the R2 on the head. You connect this up to the lead, and you keep hitting it, and it will flash on and off, off. And it works by 2 metals together with in the middle there's a special material which made of a diamond. I forget what kind of material it is, but when it vibrates, when you hit it, it vibrates and it works like a battery, the electrolyte and battery. So yeah, there are different ways you can do this. This is 1.5 volts battery. You can use this one. So anyway, And next, I'm going to start playing with the variable slowers, which is they call it, which I not badly named transistors. Transistors are named because of transforming resistor. Transistor, I call them varlers, variable slowers. So anyway, yes. You connect the motor here, it'll spin, and then as you reduce the voltage of this or the current, it would spin slower. So this is here. There's absolutely no need for the soldering. No smell, no burning. Remember, the leads go only one way. It's a diode, so they only go one way. Slowers, doesn't matter which way the polarity is. Capacitors, I think, depends on what kind of capacitor you use. But again, that's all you need to do. You can salvage any parts you want from anywhere. You get play around and do all this, but the